So I've got the Sony A6000, which is a Sony E lens mount, and the price of lenses, there's not a wide choice of course, but the price of lenses is relatively high for a small camera. I was looking on eBay and I found this particular lens, a 35mm f1.7 lens, which is a CCTV camera lens, but it comes with a mount, an adapter to let you fit it onto Sony NEX cameras and the Sony A6000. So for, in my case, £18.98, which is about, I guess, $27, something like that. I thought it would be worth looking at, so I'm about to buy that now, and in a week or two I'm going to actually attach it, make some sample video and show you what it's like and see whether it's actually worth buying a cheap lens like this to get a wide aperture 35mm lens. I think it's manual focus, it's not even clear from the sales page, but honestly at that kind of price it's not bad, and I'd be willing to deal with manual focus because the A6000 has some good manual focusing capabilities anyway. The normal price for one of the Sony lenses for a 1.8 is something in the region of £200 or £300, so significantly different. We're looking at 10 or 15 times more expensive for a Sony one. This will give me a chance to see inexpensively whether I like a 35mm lens, and then if I do I can always save up and buy one of the Sony ones later if I need to. But I'm also expecting this to have some interesting optical properties which may help me to throw the subject into sharp focus and then the background into a nice blur. So let me do that now. So there we go, I should get that in approximately a week. Okay, well, by the magic of editing I have the lens which has arrived now. A couple of things I'll tell you about it in a second. Some things I didn't know about, but anyway, here's the A6000. That's the Sony. This is the one that I want to put the cheap lens onto. I have the 16 to 50mm power zoom lens, the kit lens, good lens, and the 35mm CCTV lens that I bought has turned up. Look at this. It is amazingly tiny. I'm very surprised. I did not expect it to be that small. Hopefully you can see that. It is fully manual focus. It's a stepless aperture ring, which I think in some circumstances could be a benefit, but this did not come with an adapter. I chose the wrong auction on eBay. For the same price, or I think maybe £1 more, £1, $1.50 more, I could have got the same model with the adapter ring, so I've had to buy the adapter ring separately, which I've just ordered, so that's going to be a few days before it arrives. But it does mean that you know, I've learned a lesson. This particular one comes with 2 extension rings, so if you were doing macro that can be quite useful. So you can use them either singly or in combination, as you can see there. Now, I'm filming this on a GoPro Hero 3 Plus Silver Edition. I've just got that as well, so I'm going to do a review of that in a separate video, but I thought I'd try it out to do well, you know, little videos and vlogging and that kind of a thing. So as far as the lens is concerned, it is amazingly tiny, and the camera will actually dwarf the lens completely. One other thing about this particular lens is that you can get adapters for different cameras, not just for the Sony, but I think you can get it for some others as well, so that's quite good. I know you can get adapters for the Sony to use like an M42 type lens, or a Minolta lens, or even Canon and Nikon. So if you have any of those lenses, you can use them on here with a suitable adapter. Some of them are very expensive, some of them are quite cheap. That's just a case of looking around. So anyway, in the next video what I will do when I've got the adapter, I'll fit the lens, take some sample photos, see what it's like in use for focusing. There are no markings on this, by the way, so I'm not even sure where the aperture range should be, so it just rotates freely. I guess you could paint a small mark on here. It doesn't really matter. You'll be doing this visually. You probably don't need the scale at all, and since you'll be using it in stop down mode or aperture priority, again these markings really don't make much of a difference because you can do everything visually. Just see if it's giving you the effect you want. If not, change the aperture, change the focusing, whatever. But look at that, what a tiny little thing, but very cheap. Probably relatively low quality. Center of the image should be okay, I guess, but that might give some interesting effects. You don't always have to have the sharpest lens on the planet to take a good photo, so I don't expect it to be particularly brilliant for the money, but it may give me an opportunity to take certain types of photos that will work nicely within the parameters of what this particular lens can do. Okay, so please do join me on the next couple of videos, one for this, and the next one as well will be about the GoPro Hero 3 Plus Silver Edition. Thanks for joining me. See you again. Bye now.